I think Wale is a really, really nice guy. I do. But I do not think that this is the show for Wale because Wale really can't fathom that Ashley likes somebody outside of him, right? He can't take the fact that Ashley is on this dating show to date. Good morning, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Love Hotel. This is episode 4, Wreck It Ralph. If you guys are brand new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and let me know what you guys thought about everything down in the comments below. I know the views are not crazy for this show, but I'm still enjoying it. So if you're here and you're rocking with me, hit that subscribe button, okay? So we start off with breakfast. So Ralph is once again going through his home. What am I doing? Why do the ladies like me? Ralph, we let you have it last episode, but don't keep doing that because it's going to get old very quickly. Okay? Very, 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 very quickly. Okay? You're a handsome guy. You know you're a handsome guy. You done heard it. You're a handsome guy before. Don't keep doing that, Ralph. So Wale is over to the side and he just cannot understand how Ashley likes somebody other than him. I'm Wale. That's the energy you're giving, Wale. It's very intense, okay? So Luann comes down because Luann is always down at breakfast with the guys. She want to know what's going on. So she asks Earl, what happened? What happened last night at dinner? And Earl said, look, Shannon, sometimes she turns and she looks at me and she's like, you don't remember what I said? You don't eat vegetables? Earl, the fact, Earl, because I think Earl is a sweet guy. However, Earl, I feel like you doing the most about the least. Truth be told, Earl, if you're asking her the same questions over and over, yes, I would ask you too. You don't remember what I said? Oh my God. And she's not even saying it rude. And you feel the way that you don't eat vegetables. You felt less than all these other adults that were eating their vegetables. Like, I just feel like Earl is making, what do they call it? A mountain out of a molehill, right? Luann said either you grin and bear it or you don't. That's really up to you. Earl said, well, it's just a blip. It's not a big deal. And Luann said, it's a big blip though. And see, Earl did that last night with Shannon when he was like, it's not a big deal. It's whatever. This is stupid. And it's a bigger deal to her. See, Earl is one of those older people, older men that is set in his ways. And if he doesn't deem something as a big deal, he doesn't deem something as like overtly crazy, nobody else should. Earl, just go home now because I feel like it's not going to work, right? So Ashley is telling Jason that something that he said the night before in conversation was a bit shocking to him and kind of threw her off. So apparently he was in a throuple, and that's how he met his wife. So we get a flashback to their conversation. This must have been before Shannon came down. But Jason met his wife because her and her girlfriend apparently approached him. And then after a while, he didn't like it. He got tired of it. But he said that was back in the past and he's not on that type of time anymore. Ashley said that that is part of the reason why her marriage didn't work because they started inviting people into the relationship. And then, Michael wanted to keep it going. Ashley did not. So she worries that he couldn't want to do that again and said that it triggered her a little bit. So that's valid, Ashley. Earl goes up to Shannon's room and he apologizes for making her day worse. Said that he's used to handling conflicts in private. Earl, you are on a reality show. And I get it. You used to handling things in private. You don't like to do that. What happened last night? But you're on a reality show, Earl. Everything y'all doing is public. So he is still harping on her, questioning him for not remembering things. And Shannon finally was like, I was teasing you. It wasn't that big of a deal. He said that he had a bad childhood and loud voices trigger him and teasing triggers him. But she doesn't know that, Earl, because y'all have known each other for like 5 days at this point. So Shannon does not like how emotional she got and said in her confessional that this is making her rethink everything. And I wrote down, I am sick of Shannon. I'm sick of Shannon. I am. I feel like Shannon is too deep in this. Like, just have fun, Shannon. And if you meet somebody, you meet somebody. But I feel like Shannon is handling this entire process wrong. Okay. So they go downstairs to meet up with Joel, everybody, and he asked them how their night went. Y'all know Jazelle got something to say. So Jazelle said Earl and Shannon had a moment that did not sit well with her. When didn't it sit well with you, Jazelle? You were the main one saying this going down over there. You were liking the drama, I guess, until Shannon started crying. So she said that Earl, at that time, she felt last night that Earl needed to go, but said it wasn't her car because she didn't give him a key. She also said that she doesn't even know them well enough. None of the guys, none of the women, nobody knows each other well enough for us to be up in here crying about stuff like this. Nobody should be making anybody else cry. I agree. I do agree with that. Like we've been here a handful of days. What is happening that everybody is in tears and all this type of stuff? So Earl said, "Well, look, I wanted to leave last night, but I didn't." And Luann said that it took courage. Excuse me. It took courage for him to stay. So the ladies get to pick a guy for a one-on-one date. They're going to go on different excursions, and so the ladies go around and pick who they want their date with. Luann picks James. Y'all know they vibing. So Luann picks James. Ashley picks Wale, so he don't cry. Jazelle picks Phil. I think Jazelle and Phil look good together, honestly. Um, I like them together. And Ralph looks a little bit salty because remember, Ralph had told Jazelle that he was all in on her, basically. So Shannon picks Adam, and Earl looks confused. Earl does not understand how this is happening, but plays it off and said he was okay. Shannon, why did you ask him if he was okay? I feel like Shannon, like, it's low key like you trying to antagonize him. Why ask him if he's okay? You didn't have to ask him anything about it because if he was not okay, then what? Would you switch it up? Like, I didn't like that, Shannon. I really didn't. So the ladies all go on 4 different dates. Shannon and Adam go and ride a camel. I have ridden a camel before as a kid. It's alright. I would rather go horseback riding, but it was cool. So afterwards, they're sipping champagne, and she points out that he didn't have his napkin on his lap. She feels Adam is more his speed, more her speed, and they have more in common. Shannon, I see why Shannon is single. That's all I'm gonna say. Jazelle and Phil go riding ATVs across one of those like bridges that's suspended in the sky. And Phil said that afterwards, still talking, and Phil said that he feels like an empty nester, even though his son lives with him. So he has a son that's 20, which is about the same age as Grace, Giselle's oldest daughter. And he was like, he's gone so much. I feel like he ain't there with me. So he said that he chose to be single all these years because he wanted to focus on his son. And Giselle says she understands that because she, according to Giselle, she has been single to do the same thing to focus on her girls. Okay, Jizzy. So Ashley and Wale, they go to this like giant swing thing that looked like they was about to bungee jump. Hell, they might as well. I wouldn't have done that shit at all. So they went to go ride that, and they end up, so they fly off this cliff, they come down, and then they end up kissing while they're just kind of rocking into the abyss. Okay, so they're sitting down and they're talking afterwards, and Wale said, "Look, I didn't have an issue with you dating other people. I just don't want to be forgotten." And actually, it's like, I didn't forget you. Wale said, but it felt that way. I said, oh, Wale. So Ashley explains, look, no one has gotten as close to me as you have. Not physically with the kissing or any of that other type of stuff. Like, I'm also here to date, nigga. Like, come on. So he gives her another handwritten note and they kiss because Ashley thinks it's romantic and it's cute that he keeps giving her these handwritten notes, okay? It shows that he cares. It's little, little acts of service to let her know that he is thinking about her. Luann and James go ziplining, and Luann was having the time of her life. Do you hear me? They did it together. She did it by herself. They were having fun. So afterwards, when they're talking, she says she's looking for a kind man with a big pee. She was then like private plane. I said, oh, okay, we know what you're talking about. James then said, well, look. My father once told me that when we were kids, when I was a kid, he was in the bathroom, and when he came out, the man in the stall next to him told him that he had the arm of the baby. I said, not do men look at each other like that when they're using the bathroom? Oh my God. And two, like, sir, keep it to yourself. Why would you tell another? Okay. So then Luann was like, is it hereditary? And James said, I mean, you should find out. James said it's heavy, okay? James said, I talk a big game. Okay. So James said he wants to be with somebody that already has children because he wants them to know the love of a child and to understand why he loves his kids so much. I don't think somebody has to have kids to understand why somebody else loves their kids, James, but I have no problem with his statement. So afterwards, the ladies all meet up in somebody's room and they're talking about their dates. And Luann was saying how her and James are just perfect for each other and she's really rocking and rolling with him. Ashley said that she gave Wale some tongue and she got flutters. And I said, Ashley, child, why you still with Lil Jack Harlow now? Okay. Is Wale gonna be on this season of Potomac? So Shannon likes Adam, but said that she thought about Earl a couple of times and she just kind of felt bad. And Jazelle said that she enjoys film. And he told her that he has a Rolls Royce and she wants to see that. Is giving gold digger Jizzy. Oh my God. But I get it. Jazelle is a woman of a certain age and a certain tax bracket and she don't want to waste no time. Ashley goes downstairs for a nightcap, and Ralph wants to talk to her about her statement from the night before about liking him. So she was like, well, I do find you interesting and alluring, and I meant what I said. Ralph then said, look, if there's a genuine interest, let me know because I would like to pursue it with you. I'm interested in you. I like you too. Ashley said, well, aren't you into Jazelle? That's one of my best friends. We're on a show together. I don't want Jazelle turning her sights on me when we start filming Potomac in a couple of months. So, meanwhile, to the side, Wale is seething at the fact that Ashley is talking to Ralph because, again, even though we just got off of this amazing date, you're supposed to be sitting right here with me and not dating on this dating show. So Ashley walks away and then it's like, oh my God, okay, I got to go for it. So she turns around, comes back to talk to Ralph, and it's like, I don't want to upset Jazelle or offend Wale, but I really like Ralph. They end up kissing, tonguing each other down while Adam is just in the back getting a drink from the bartender, right? So Shannon is talking to Adam, and Earl is over to the side looking longingly at her. And she said that Earl is just not the right guy for her. I honestly feel like, Shannon, you're not the right woman for Earl, truth be told. So the next morning, Ashley is telling Jazelle in their confessional that she kissed Ralph, and Jazelle fell out laughing and was like, "Was it good?" And said that since everybody likes him, we got to figure this out because we don't all want to be fighting and clamoring over the same man. So Adam is telling James how Ashley and Ralph were kissing, and James was like, "What? When? Who told you that? Who saw that?" And he was like, "I saw it. I saw it myself." Full on kissing. I said, not y'all being messy. Adam, why you being run tell that? So Ashley and Jazelle are talking in Ashley's room, I believe. And Jazelle asked her if she really likes Ralph or was it that you had some liquor? It was the vibe, the mood, the setting, whatever the case. She was like, because you were trashing Ralph, saying that he had small lips, that he looked like he couldn't kiss, but I can understand because like that's your type. Old, right? So in her confessional, Jazelle said that if it's between Michael and Ralph, Ralph looks better by far. Ralph is a very, very handsome man. And Michael, well, Michael got money, okay? So Jazelle said, look, that she's a Virgo and she likes to keep things close to the vest. And she damn near feels like a dude sometimes because she does not open up, I guess, about her feelings when it comes to dating and all that type of stuff. We know, Jazelle. We know. But she also said that I've never looked at Ralph and said that I wanted to stick my tongue down his throat. So, like, if you like it, go for it. Ralph comes to Ashley's room and said that the ladies have crashed his system. Tells Jazelle, I expressed interest in you, but I didn't get anything back. Jazelle was like, right. Right. But I also feel that everyone should explore everything in the Love Hotel. So Giselle's taking it in stride. Like, Giselle don't want none of them in there. We already know that. Truth be told, I think Jazelle is probably and has been dating somebody this entire time that she's been on this show, these past couple seasons, and she wants to keep it private and she's hiding that relationship. That's what I honestly think. So Ralph was like, I told Wale about the kiss, and Wale was like, I'm not shocked. Okay. Joelle tells the group that tomorrow there is another elimination. Everybody's back down in the group and tells them, look, y'all go out, hang out tonight, have some fun. Guys, show the ladies how committed and real that you guys are. So Earl goes up to Shannon and was like, do you want to take a walk? And she was like, Adam already asked me. Now, I don't know if Adam did ask her or not, but Earl was like, okay. And as he was walking away, he was like, that's weird. But then you see Adam say, do you want to take this walk? So did you lie, Shannon? What did you, maybe we just didn't hear Adam ask, okay? I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. So Ashley and Wale are talking, and she tells Wale that the kiss with Ralph was not premeditated, it just happened. So he feels that the kiss would have been better served the next day, not the same day. He was like, you didn't get in the shower, you didn't brush your teeth, you didn't switch your lipstick, you didn't do your hair. And I'm like, I see what you're saying, Wale, but this is a dating show. On The Bachelor, we are watching these people kiss multiple people at the same time. I feel like it doesn't matter when it would have happened or the context it would have happened, Wale would have still had a problem with it. So Ashley said this is not typically how she conducts herself, and she apologizes to him. So Wale is in his confessional crashing out, screaming about decorum. I think Wale is just too intense for Ashley. I does, Lord. I do. I think Wale would be better suited on a Married at First Sight, on a Love is Blind, one of those type of shows where you know that person is dating you and only you. Okay. So Jazelle and Phil are talking, and she asks Phil if he wants to get married. And he said only if his partner wanted to get married. He said that he's gone all this time without it. He doesn't need it. But if his partner would like to get married, then he will get married. Jazelle likes that because she don't want to be married either. She been there, done that, got a t-shirt. She don't want to go back. Phil is then walking Jazelle to her room, and they're hugging. They're in a tight embrace. And you can tell he wants to kiss her. And Jazelle, he was like, I don't want to let you go. And she's like, you need to, like, right now. Jazelle don't want to show no emotion. And then in her confessional, she said that she hasn't kissed him yet because the spirit hasn't moved her to kiss him. Jazelle ain't gonna kiss nobody on camera, y'all. She ain't. Ashley is back downstairs kissing Ralph by the pool. So Luann has James in her room, and she's showing him a hat, and they having the time. Shannon and Adam are in her room, and they're out on the balcony, and she wanted him to kiss her. And so she's sitting there, and when he didn't, she starts to kind of feel away. Right? So she felt away that he also said that he wanted to mix the qualities that Luann has, the qualities that Shannon have, smash them together, and that would be the perfect woman for him. So she feels a way about that. I will say this, Shannon, your body language didn't exactly give kiss me though. Y'all sitting shoulder to shoulder. Like, I just felt like your body language didn't exactly give that. And I get it that Shannon is one of those old school women. But Shannon, you could have also kissed him. Girl, rub his thigh. Put a hand on his chest. Like, there are things you could have done to let him know that you wanted to be kissed, okay? So the next morning, Shannon and Earl. Shannon feels that she doesn't like where she left things off with Earl. Truth be told, I feel like Shannon is just being a bitch to Earl at this point. If you don't like Earl, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Don't pick him at the next elimination. But the way that she's like antagonizing him is crazy. So he comes up to the room and she gives him a letter and he immediately gets emotional. I don't know what it says, but it's written in big black letters. And Earl said he didn't see this coming. And it looks like a breakup letter, but I don't know why she had to do it that way. Unless production is like the trailer is just like messing with us. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you haven't already, subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.